The MLB All-Star Game is one of baseball's longest-running traditions. But what if we changed it completely? What if, just like in basketball or hockey, we scrapped American League versus National League and made it USA versus the world? Could it work? And more importantly, who would win? Let's break it down. First, let's get one thing straight. Baseball is more global than ever. In 2023, nearly 30% of all MLB players were born outside the United States. And they're not just filling rosters, they're dominating. Players from the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Cuba, Japan, Korea, Canada, and beyond are already all-stars and MVPs. So this isn't just a gimmick, it could be real, and it could be elite. Let's build the lineups. For Team USA, imagine this starting 9. Catcher, JT Realmuto. First base, Freddie Freeman, born in Canada but represents USA in the World Baseball Classic. Second base, Marcus Semien. Shortstop, Trea Turner. Third base, Nolan Arenado. Outfield, Mookie Betts, Mike Trout, Aaron Judge. DH, Bryce Harper. And that's without even mentioning guys like Paul Goldschmidt, Kyle Tucker, or Bobby Witt Jr. Then there's the pitching staff, deep, powerful, and fast. Gerrit Cole, Spencer Strider, Zach Gallen, Corbin Burns, Josh Hader, and Devin Williams in the bullpen. It's stacked, but it's also familiar because it looks just like most All-Star games we've already seen. Now let's flip it. For Team World, here's where things get interesting. Imagine a lineup like this. Catcher, Alejandro Kirk from Mexico. First base, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. from Canada and the Dominican. Second base, Jose Altuve from Venezuela. Shortstop, Bo Bichette or Wander Franco. Third base, Rafael Devers from the Dominican Republic. Outfield, Ronald Acuña Jr., Yordan Alvarez, Seiya Suzuki. DH, Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani and Acuña and Vlad Jr. on the same team? Yeah, Team World isn't just competitive, they're terrifying. Pitching-wise, Sandy Alcantara, Dominican. Julio Urias, Mexico. Shohei Ohtani, Japan. Kodai Senga. Emmanuel Clase, DR. Camilo Doval, the DR. You might be shocked at how even these teams are. In some years, Team World could even be better. Why it might be better than AL versus NL? Let's be honest, the American League versus National League format has gotten a little stale. Players switch leagues all the time. The rivalry just isn't real anymore. But USA versus the world, that's something fans could get behind. We already saw it with the World Baseball Classic. In 2023, the final between Team USA and Team Japan drew over 5 million US viewers, more than any All-Star game since 2017. People care about country versus country. It adds pride, stakes, and identity. Even the players admit the WBC was the most fun they've had in years. And let's be real, it makes the All-Star game mean something again. You're not just representing your league, you're representing where you're from. What would it actually look like? Logistically, it's doable. You split the All-Star voting into 2 pools, one for US players and one for international players. Top vote getters start, coaches fill out the rest. No different than what we already do. You could even rotate managers based on WBC results or All-Star coaching records. Uniforms clean and simple, USA in red, white, and blue. Team World in their own black and gold colorway, or repping their home countries as accents. You'd get lineups that fans actually argue about. You'd get matchups like Ohtani versus Trout, but this time in the middle of the summer instead of every 4 years. The home run derby stays the same. Country doesn't matter, but for the game, you're rooting for your flag. So, who would win? In a one-off game, anything can happen, but over time, Team USA might have more depth, especially with pitching, but Team World has power, swagger, and players who have something to prove. And if more international players keep entering the league, Team World might actually have the edge by 2030. Plus, think of the storylines. Acuña stealing on Real Muto, Ohtani pitching to Judge, Soto drawing with Burns, Vladdy Jr. crushing one off Kershaw. It's dream content. And for fans, it makes July baseball feel like October. Final thoughts. So what if the MLB All-Star Game became USA versus the world? It would be competitive, it would be fresh, and it might just save the midseason classic. Because let's face it, the talent is there, the energy is there. All we need now is someone bold enough to make the change. Would you watch? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe for more what-if sports scenarios just like this.